Well then. Whew. Okay, my apologies if in case you hear some noise in the background, since I'll explain a bit more about that later. But anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hello. Welcome to the stream. This is Sigurd Chronosecht, the Clockwork Wizard, now ready for another story session by this game. But this time it's more of a game, just to act as a, how to explain this, as a sort of a, relaxation sort. Just to palate cleanse a bit before we start another game of a different kind. So, yeah, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, and this time we're going to push through a bit more of the story and see how far we can go. Now, you might notice some differences here compared to last time, since we got him a different set of glasses, but at a cost of a bunch of gil. He's fine. He is fine. This character right here is going to be looking a little more like myself, sorta. But anyway, just to explain how it's going on right now, why we'd have to delay the stream a bit for about 15 minutes. Well, story time. Some Christmas shopping happened, and we had to get some gifts. And those gifts we had to bring to other people. I think we're packing some of them now. So my folks in the background are currently working on that, but I don't think you'll be hearing any of their sound at all. Any of the sound. But if in case you hear noise, you know why. But this time, how about some good old-fashioned story time. More like story time in-game, that is. Now let's see what's going on today. And those gifts we had to bring to other people. I think we're packing some of them now. So my folks in the background are currently working on that, but I don't think you'll be hearing any of their sound at all. Any of the sound. But if in case you hear noise, you know why. This time, how about some okay, just pulling up something on my screen here on my end. Alright, let's go. Last where we left off, after defeating Titan, last time we played this game, we managed to go back, check on our companions back in the Waking Sands. Unfortunately, we came back to a unfortunate ambush. Said ambush already took place. Some fellows in the Waking Sands, basically other members of the Scions, including the antecedent herself, got kidnapped. Basically abducted by the imperial forces, and now we have to find them and save them. Unfortunately for everybody else, though, such as Una Tayun and a few others, they were down. They're no longer living. And we had the unfortunate scenario of burying our dead. So we had to inter them, bring them to the Church of Saint Adama Andama, I think that was the name. And we had to basically give them rest by burying them. Unfortunately, one other foreign creature was there too, who also met their end. That is the Sylph Noraxia, which we had to bring to the Black Shroud. Now, with sightings of not just the airship of good old Cid Garlond, we're also looking for details about how to find Garuda, and we have no information yet. So we're here to check out what's going on. So here we are in Coerthas, and this is the reason why we're sitting down here with this Elysian knight here. Let's see who else is watching right now. Hey! Psycho Pyro, hello. Welcome to the stream. We just got started, right, by the way. We're now in Coerthas, here in Final Fantasy XIV, and we're currently pushing the story. We just got started, so feel free to relax and see how far we can go. Alright, let's stand up, and let's bring out Carbuncle. I'm gonna try to open up a few things here. Mainly one of them is a dungeon. This one here. This to open up another map that we're gonna go into. And oh, hey, thank you. It's been a while since I played FF14, stopped at the end of Shadowbringers. Long-time player? Well, technically, sorta. I kind of started during the pandemic, so that's kind of like in the tail end of Shadowbringers, going into Endwalker. That's when I started playing. I've been playing ever since. However, I've been on and off after finishing Endwalker. So now that Dawn Trail showed up, I'm currently trying to catch up with a few things, catching up with the main story on this new character. Although I have my own character that's not showing up right now. That's a different thing. That's a private one. With the one I'm showing on stream, I'm going from the very beginning up until the latest. So I'm at the very beginning right now, as you can see. My other character, however, is already done with Endwalker up to the final patch before it went to Dawn Trail, and so I'm still on the way of getting that expansion. So there's that. Nice. Obsessed with blue to the end. Oh! Yeah, I think what they did with Blue Mage before Endwalker hit, we're still waiting for the updates on Dawn Trail. But I think the level cap now is level 80. So we're just waiting for the whole thing to turn into level 90. And there might be some additions now at that point. Which means possibly more blue magic options and more shenanigans. So right now what I'm doing is I'm currently opening up some stuff. This one I think we might be opening the Zemile Darkhold. And then after a bit we're going to be opening the main story. That's a good thing. That's the beauty about Blue Mage, because you get to enjoy old content in a different way. You get to test out a lot of things and discover some things too in the process. Right now, I'm currently showing how I'm doing a solo run, if in case, although not exactly solo, but I'm using duty support since I don't want to hold us back on that one, on waiting the queues and all that. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. But eventually, we might have to get some not just duties. We might get some dungeons and trials where we have to wait because it's actually an 8-man run. So we're about to hit that at some point. Anyway, let's find out what's going on. There's a Fort of Fear. What's this about? I've heard much of your doings, and I think you're the man for the task. To the west is Zemile Darkhold. It was meant to serve as the new keep for Lord Zemile, even ever a friend to House Duran there. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of void scent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophelia at the Ingress if you're with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Now, with the latest developments that I've got with the new patch, apparently the optional dungeons that we're getting right now on A Realm Reborn might also eventually get their updated versions. We already had that with Halatali, actually. I did that on the previous stream, where I showed what happened to Halatali right after. So we might get duty support also for Sunken Temple of Karn. We might also get one also for Zemile Darkhold and the what was the other one? The Aurum Vale, the one we dread the most. So yeah, we're about to get something like that. So if you remember the trust runs from Shadowbringers, we're about to get that on everything, on mostly dungeons. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see the PTSD there with Aurum Vale. I had my moments there. Oh boy, I wonder how they're gonna fix that. So I'm interested in seeing what happens to that particular dungeon. Now that we have that quest up, we'll just need to go to the west, but we won't do that yet. Can't do that yet. You have to push this story first. Here it is, the story. So many of my nightmares of being a white mage mean in that place. Oh man. I ran that a few times with different classes, and oh god, I'm getting nightmares. Although I think I figured out a way to go through that, but being at level 40 something, I don't think you're even at level 50 at that point. I might be at level 49, 47. I forgot. But it's shy away from 50, so you don't have the stuff you're expected to have at level 50. And you're still going to run through that dungeon. It's like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare for White Mage, alright. Now that you mentioned it. Even for... I used astrology. I used astrologian on that one before, and oh lord, it's still hard. Even with astrologian, it's still hard. So when there are times that my friends and I would usually queue up for that dungeon and we end up there, we're just like, okay, hug the left side of the map. Hug the left side of the map. Don't touch the goo. Hug the left side of the map. That's been the mantra ever since. Just to get past that first part. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare for White Mage, alright. Now that you mentioned it. So okay, let's see where we are right now. Let's talk to Portelaine. Now. I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipments remain, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Unless you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that we're recovering stolen merchandise will endear you to House Hylinart, further improving your chances that they indulge on your request for aid. Yep, that's the advice, be on solid ground. So that's about right. That's about right. It looks like the request here is that we're going to investigate something. I think we're going to investigate a shipment. Might have been a scene of the crime or something. Oh, let's not forget our best friend. There's our chocobo. So I named him after a friend. And there we are, we got some stolen goods here. Something's afoot. Oh, you named yours Nugget, that's fun. Okay, I have a feeling we have a fight here. Ah, called it. All that one. Let's see if I can fix this up. And there we go. That should clear things up. So I'm guessing okay, I'm gonna guess something here. Since you named yours... Oh, no, it's the Chocobo. The Chocobo's Nugget. What? I'm guessing it's because of the color. Did you happen to change the color of your Chocobo at some point? Or not really? Let's ride you first. Oh, okay. 1 second here. Let's also open Zemail Darkhold while we're at it. Because for some reason, I went with black. I think that's gonna be like a long process. I think it's because you're gonna feed them specific things first in order to change their color, right? Okay, let's open this up. Welcome to Zemail Darkhold. built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zemail began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the void scent struck, interrupting the work. Alas. Then in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep. Alack. All in all, it was a fine mess. The Garleans were ever forced to retreat, of course, but the void scent remained. And so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no nights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long morning respite arranged by Sir Carolon. Please see to these abominations, Sir Adventurer. Sir, I have much prowess. I have much prowess with the paperwork. Should you require aid of that sort. So this opens up the dungeon. There we go. And hey, Ian, welcome to the stream. We'll be lurking. Yeah, glad to see you again. I take it it's been a week for you, so I hope you had a really wonderful week, or I'm not sure if it's a really long week. I do hope this is your respite. So I think some of you might be doing some Christmas shopping, because my folks and I did back here. We just came from a really good shopping trip a while ago. Opens up the... And hey, Ian, welcome to the stream. Yeah, glad to see you. All right, one moment. Let me see if I'm getting this right. Up and running. Finishing up today, just with a few stock. Oh, nice stocking fillers. The small lovely goodies. Currently, we're like filling up some boxes and wrapping some stuff. So I think you might be hearing some noise, but if in case it's picking up, that's what's happening right now. It's happening right behind me, but it's in the other room. So my folks out there are working on some of those gifts. Some of them are going to be sent over to someone, a relative of ours. Come to think of it, let's see what he has to say. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? 1, 2, 3. Speaking of which, it's 5:34 a.m. Wow. That is very early. Once you get up a drink, but decided to check the stream. Nice. Thank you for the sub, and I do hope you check out the VOD. There's going to be a VOD right after this anyway, so I do hope you enjoy that VOD, and hopefully you have a great time and a restful night for you too. So Psychopyro, thank you very much for subbing, and thank you very much for joining. Hopefully we could see you in more streams to come. So have a great night. Have a great rest of sleep though. Oh yeah, we will make sure of that. And right now, I think we're in the middle of something here. I think this is an interesting plot. I think you know where this is going. Anyway, let's go. God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... Oh, wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Lord Francel? Wait, are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Interesting. Fury, take me. A draconian rosary. In the possession of Lord Francel. Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halenart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Okay, looks like we've been waylaid. So a little bit of backstory. I think the game will explain to us at this point. But just to give you a heads up, for those who don't know, Ishgard is caught in a war between dragons and dragons and themselves, of course. So basically, Ishgard is composed of Elezen and I think some Hur, but mostly Elezen. And these Elezen are fighting a long war with the dragons. And the Dravanians, or Dravanians, I've been unsure which one is which to use on how to pronounce their names. But the Dravanians, let's say we'll go with that. They are the other side of this war because they are the ones who they're basically like the faction of sorts that sided with the dragons, and that's why with both sides are in a long stalemate right now. One good reason why Ishgard is kinda detached from the whole Eorzean alliance. So let's talk to Carlo. Carlo? I think? Yeah. Anyway, Sir Carlot has something very important to say to you. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Hylinard for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know. He will know you for a friend. Now, go. Sounds like we have to go somewhere. Going up north. Wait. The path. Yeah, this is the one. Up we go. Up we go. So following the direction of the map, I think we have to scale this mountainside right here. Somewhere up in this portion. And jump. Here we are. I think we're also underdressed for the occasion because we don't have a proper coat. Oh, here's Francel. Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket? Or are you happy to meet me? I see Sir Carlot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity he has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. We speak freely here, friend. And we explain why. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian Rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, or if they harbor even the slightest doubt. This will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship. I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harshafont of House Vartomp commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction and he will surely be receptive to your needs. I have a feeling we know this guy. Well, for long-time players, do you know this guy? But for everybody else, I think we're about to meet him. Wait a second. Is this the right path? Is this the right path? Wait, where's the door? Where's the door? Right there. Here we go. Off to the north. Also, let me know if the audio is good. If it's balanced well, or it's too loud or too soft. Here we are, Camp Dragonhead, and I see an etherite. Let's get up here. Hi, Sir Sigurd. Volume is just perfect. Hey, Funky, welcome. Welcome back, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been a long while since we went through Final Fantasy XIV, and right now we are now at Camp Dragonhead. Apparently there is hint of how do you say this? Of one of the houses being a heretic. Heretical house. That sounds suspicious, but let's find out if we can get the truth. If we can get the truth out of this. Oh, look at this. Here he is. Harsherfon. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me what you have to. Why have you come here? If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you require assistance. What might that be? We tell them about the airship, of course. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas, before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events. All while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Coerthas, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Forton. Nice. Okay, I see some good gear here. Let's take it. Let's take it. One moment. Let me... Okay, this will... Yeah. Let me fix that up real quick. A little gear updating would be required. There we go. Let's be a summoner again. Come on, Carby. If you can see this right now, folks, that's hilarious. Carby is just flashing right now. What the heck? Okay, here we go. Let's push further. As you have doubtlessly realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Forton included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that they are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I will suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nine of mine own House Vertom, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Cravelin of House Hylinart, who you can find at the Skyfire Locks, though any information you've pried from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Oh, and have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Vertom. Do not concern yourself with House Zemail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Interesting that they sent us, or he sent us, to get to the others, but not to Zemail. I wonder why. So I think the question here is up or down. Well, it's the closest. Might as well. Let's go up. Right here. Ah, here she is. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Vertom does. For if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what would become of our young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hylinart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. That sounds a little fishy, don't you think? Anyway. Let's try to look into that matter. That's really fishy. Where to? Okay, further down. Further down we go. It's funny though that considering our outfit, we're in a snowy place. I don't think you're supposed to wear that in a snowy place. You're just gonna catch a cold or worse. So, if we're talking about accuracy in lore terms, hold on. I feel like doing this. Give me a second here. Let's do it for kicks, shall we? Let's see if we can beat this thing. Okay, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Okay, here we go. There it is. Come on. I think the better option here would have been Scholar due to the heals, but I think we can survive this as a summoner. While we are low level, we can still use physic properly. as a means of mitigation. But this is not always the case, because later on, using physic might actually be detrimental. It's not going to contribute much. The only ones who can actually use physic properly would be the scholar. But then again, when you're playing as a scholar, you're not exactly going to use physic that much. Oh, lacking superstitions. Hey, welcome to the stream. Oh, here we go again. Here we go. All hail the mighty diviner, Lord Sigurd Chronosecht, master of time and space, vanquisher of chaos, the sword of the Wild Rose Rebellion, and lord of the... Okay, we're back. We are so back. That last one. As for some of you who just caught on with what's going on right now, I also finished Final Fantasy II last week, and that's why we have that new title right there. You've managed to defeat the Emperor, and thus we are the sword of Wild Rose. And currently, that actually applies here in the titles are important. Yep, and apparently we're getting more and more titles the more we play. Oh, and by the way, did you know that the that last one, the Sword of the Wild Rose Rebellion, kind of counts in the context of 14, because the password that they gave us, I think Minfilia gave us that password. They used Wild Rose as well, which is a nod to this. Going straight to FF3 or a different RPG? Actually, I'm thinking about it. I was about to mention this because that's why I'm playing Final Fantasy 14 right now, just to give myself a breather. Because eventually we will go back to Final Fantasy 3. We're actually going to start Final Fantasy 3. The question is when. Because I'm thinking if I should do this before the year ends, or should I start it during the new year? So that's the question I'm having right now. So I'm thinking about probably get myself relaxed first by playing my favorite game, Final Fantasy 14. And then either that or play a different game just to act like a palate cleanser before we hop on to Final Fantasy 3. So that's what I'm doing right now. So technically, yes, we might hop straight into FF3. And if in case you didn't see the poll that I posted on the community post, there is the question: what will be the names of those in the party? Are we gonna do? If you can check out that post real quick, you can open a tab for that one. Give it a look and give it a vote. See what you would like to see in the next stream. So there's that. Now anyway, let's continue. Where are we in the story? Alone, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Haurchefant? I want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Hylinard into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. So, they're preoccupied. Considering that sudden... I have a feeling that's a setup. That whole rosary thing. I'm beginning to think it's a setup. Okay, Chocobo, let's go. Let's go, Elk. Let's go. Oh, FF3 is good. What are your top 10? But one for... Okay, this is an interesting one. This is rough. Because I can easily say FF and then I can fill up the whole 10. Good point, good point. Okay, this is a tough one. Because you would notice that I might actually say FF14 as one of them to represent Final Fantasy, but I won't say it yet. I won't say that's the case. Because it's going to be a toss-up, but there's a tie for that one between Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy Type 0 for that particular bit. The reason why I choose 16, however, is that's a very personal one. That is one that I really looked forward to, and there's a certain bond there in the story that really caught my attention. It really gripped at me. The only one game that can actually get that attention in this case would be Final Fantasy Type 0. So I would say 16 would be for FF. By the way, I'm saying this in no particular order, so make sure to remind me how many RPGs I've mentioned. Okay, there's that. There's also, I'm looking at Department Heaven. There's Riviera, the Promised Land. I'm looking forward to playing that soon. We're gonna play that. So that's 2 now. Okay, there's also... Okay, let's see here. While we're waiting, while we're figuring this out. So I got 2 now, right? Third one would be... Valkyrie Profile. Specifically, Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. That's number 3 there. The reason for that one is that is technically my very first JRPG that I actually finished. So there's that. For Riviera, I would suggest to... Any version would do, actually. If you want to hear voices, the PSP version. Or the, aka the Steam version also. There's a Steam version now, by the way. So, there's that. But if you want to play it ASAP, like on the go, also, the GBA is really good. I played it originally on the GBA. I haven't beaten the PSP version yet, but the additional treat there is that you get to hear more voices from all the characters, and I think as well as it all the characters are just the key characters. Okay, it is a hard JRPG actually. Despite being a first JRPG, it's actually hard. It took me multiple tries to get it right. My first attempt, I did this with my cousin. We ended up getting the second ending B. And then I played it through it myself. I had to find a guide though to get the details how to pull off ending A, and that's how. And then I showed it to my cousin. It's like, here, we got it. We got ending A. So we managed to beat it up. And then it's a matter now of like playing it again to see if there's other ways to get other endings. And that's been like my favorite game since high school. Yeah. I was in high school when I played that. And oh boy. Oh boy. That game made an impact on me. So I would say that earns a spot right there. So there you go. So now we have Valkyrie Profile in there. I would say Xenogears also earns a spot. Technically in the whole Xeno series. Xenogears takes that spot. I was planning to get Xenosaga, but I never got there, so I would just go for Xenogears. I haven't touched Xenoblade Chronicles, but at some point I might. We will get there. Well, not yet. I'm not there yet. So that's 4 now. Number 5 would be... If we're talking about a Dragon Quest game, I haven't finished this completely because I haven't done Act 3 yet, but Dragon Quest XI is there. Maybe because not just in terms of like recommendation, you know, Elk challenged me to beat it, so I managed to, but not completely. So there's that. And then, so I think that will be 5 now. Number 6 is amusing because this is a Tales of Fantasia from the Tales series. That one is special for me. Oh, speaking of Dragon Quest XI, I managed to get a Steam copy of it so I can actually play it. So we might have a chance that I can play this on stream. So there's that. So, okay, I mentioned Tales of Fantasia. This is a really old Tales game, and might be one of the first Tales of games, because others would point to Tales of Destiny, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Arise, Tales of what was the other one? Tales of Exilia, I think, or Tales of Berseria, for instance. But I would say Tales of Fantasia. Tales of Fantasia, please go and check Tales of Fantasia. It's cute. It's funnier if you play the Super Nintendo version with the translation patch. It's funnier. Okay, we're gonna see if I can time this right, because I'm not sure if I can like if I can pull off Dragon Quest 11, if it's gonna be Elko's pulling it off or me, but we'll see. Because I think what might happen is, if in case he still pulls it off, I might still play it just for a different perspective. Like, how would I do it compared to how he would do it? You know, kind of like that. Tales of Eternia is another one. That's another good one. That's a PlayStation one. Both Tales of Eternia and Tales of Destiny are good. I haven't really beaten them, nor have I touched them yet. So there. Okay, how many do we have? Was that 7 now or 6? Remind me. How many titles have I mentioned? Six, right? Okay. Now that I mentioned that, number 7 would be Golden Sun. Technically, you have to play Golden Sun, The Lost Age to get the whole story. So, but still, it still counts. Golden Sun. Golden Sun's good. It's a you play this on the GBA. It's a really fun game. It's a really awesome game. And for a turn-based game, man, the system of customization, holy crap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. All right. Now we got 7. 3 more to go. Okay. This is a little bit recent, but I would say Octopath Traveler is now in there. Harvestella is also in there. So that gives us 9 now. I'll explain why. And then the 10th one. Okay, the 10th one is a toss-up because I haven't started this yet. Though I won't add it yet. I think I'll put this as a special mention for now. So, special mention would be Fantasian, but I haven't started yet. I'll give my thoughts on it later once I start that game. But what would be a 10th game? What would be my 10th game then? Let's see. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Oh boy. What is the 10th one? Okay, this 10th one is this might be unexpected, but this is a toss-up because I'm debating between the two right now. Which one would it be? And the one that stood out, to my surprise, Breath of Fire 4. Because I'm actually debating between Breath of Fire 4, Shadow Hearts, or Shin Megami Tensei, specifically Digital Devil Saga. So those are my 10 for now. Those are my 10. Yeah, Breath of Fire 4 is actually underrated in the way that you don't expect it to give you a really interesting direction. And yeah, I did see Shin Megami Tensei specifically. Yes. Persona is its own thing when you think about it. Metaphor might be actually in there, but that's also technically its own thing now. And something that is not connected to the mainline Shin Megami Tensei, but is carrying it somehow, that's Digital Devil Saga. And that story, the gameplay, the game and the story, the gameplay, the story, it's bonkers. But I can tell you, it's actually challenging. It's hard to play it. And I don't think I can pull it off. Considering how merciless an SMT game is. It's merciless. Anyway, let's talk to this dude. Though I have a feeling I'm getting some bad vibes about this guy. Anyway, I think we talked to him last time. I gather you've been busy since we last spoke. Lord Hoshaphan's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir. And the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even among the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Horshafont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. See? I told you. This guy's an ass. More so once we get to our, okay, I won't preempt everything, but we might see him again soon. In a different circumstance. We might see him again soon. Now, it's funny that I mentioned Harvestella for some reason, because that's a game that you would not expect for... because you'd automatically expect that Harvestella is more about farming, but it's actually a JRPG with some elements of farming. Funny that I mentioned that. Okay, on we go. Now, note that these are mainly JRPGs. I didn't mention any CRPGs or any ARPGs for the matter, so that's a different list. And I don't think I'll be able to fill that list up properly, so it might take time. But yes, so far that's my list of... that's my 10. That's my 10 RPGs. JRPGs, specifically. Now, speaking of JRPGs, I'm looking forward to doing something with CANVO at some point. Either with CANVO or with some friends of mine and have this done on stream. Basically run a tabletop JRPG. And I'm talking about Fabula Ultima. Another one that's going to be counted as a quote-unquote tabletop JRPG is the tabletop version of FF14. So, I'm still on the way of figuring things out on that end. And trying to juggle that around with finding the right schedule, because, you know, the nature of my work outside streaming. Of course, streaming is just like a sort of, you know, relaxation time for me. Outside of that, though, my actual work gets really busy, physically busy. And yeah, that means working in a hospital. Yeah. That's a different way a wizard works, you know. Oh, FF14 has a tabletop? Yes, there is. The tabletop system for Final Fantasy XIV is more of... it uses D6s and D20s. D20s for your checks and I think your attacks as well, and then mostly for your damage you're using D6s. There are actual plays already that you can find on YouTube and I think on Twitch. The one I actually watched for this one would be the ones done by Monteglue. And that's the one with the players, with actual players from FF14. So you had Shenpai, you have Barkov. I forgot who else. I think Joe Cat was there. Yeah, their playthrough of the campaign on that one's interesting. That was funny. But I want to see if, in case the folks who don't know how to play Final Fantasy XIV, or who have not played Final Fantasy XIV, I want to know how they would react to this. So I'm really looking forward to this idea, and I'm hoping it goes through. I still have to do some scanning though, so I still have to do my part of the bargain there. And yeah, here we are, Horshafont. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard provide proper, more pertinent information. So, hopefully in Ishgard proper, we might get some, you know, actual info. Ooh. The weapon. That'd be fun because Keck doesn't play Final Fantasy, so his take on it would be, oh yeah, I want to see him play, actually want to see him play Keck as, I want to see him as a tank actually, and I want to see him play Keck as a Rogadin. That's what I think of Keck right now. I think he's a Rogadin. So here's my theoretical idea. If I make them characters for FF14, this is my assumption. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it. But I can imagine if Keck became Keck, Keck as he is, shows up in 14, I can see him as a Hellsguard Rogadin. It's a type of Rogadin that's not green-skinned or gray-skinned. They're more reddish-skinned. Elk, on the other hand, I am not sure, but I can see him either as a Hure, not sure if it's Midlander or Highlander, or he's most likely an Elizen, but he covers himself too much with his helmet and all that. Unless he proves us wrong. Sigurd, you already know what he is. He's a Hure. He's a Midlander Hure. I'm not sure who else is going to hop onto this, so I am really curious who else. I'm not sure about how Darshan would get into it. I'm not sure how Claire would get into it. I'm not sure if anyone else would get into it. Maybe Ted Jackson, who knows? We're going to see how well that's going to play off. If it's going to be just like 3 players, that would be fine. 4 players is actually expected. If in case we hit 5 players, I'm getting another... I'm going to get that extra thing that they got online. Because there's actually 5 jobs that I can actually let other players choose from. Because the one on the starter set actually starts with 4. But there is a 5th option that's obtainable from their website. So their options here would be Warrior, White Mage, Black Mage, Bard, and Dragoon. Bard is the extra, by the way. But the one on the starter set is White Mage, Black Mage, Warrior, and Dragoon. So, yeah. I want to see how this plays out. I have another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have a feeling that he and the 3 knights were seen heading towards the Steel Vigil. Uh-oh, that's not good. The outpost was long overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray, journey to the Steel Vigil, and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, the boys are here. Cid and Alphinaud. So for those who missed the previous stream, if you remember Marques in the church in somewhere near Camp Drybone, the one who did the burying with us, this guy is actually who he is when he remembered who he is. His name is, well, he hasn't remembered completely, but he's getting there. I'm glad we left the observatorium. The people there were not friendly. Though even here I can feel eyes upon us. We're not safe. About you, boy? Came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in Nishgardian affairs of state. Gods, if Alice were here, I would never hear the end of it. He's talking about his twin sister, which I think we saw last time. Now, speaking of which, let's go north. Oh, I got curious. Curious about what exactly, Funky? Man, I should get some water after this. Favorite Western RPGs or CRPGs? Wow, that's a tough question. I'm gonna divide this into 2. CRPGs and ERPGs, okay? So, CRPGs, I would say so far, there's Baldur's Gate 3. But there might be others. I haven't tried Divinity Original Sin yet. I haven't tried Pillars of Eternity yet. So, oh, and I haven't tried Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, I think was the name. I haven't tried that yet either, so I can't say for certain. So My experience is limited on that matter, but yeah, so far, the way Baldur's Gate 3 presented itself is good. Kind of like that. ARPGs, on the other hand, well, I would say there's a bunch I can list down. For ARPGs, I have Titan Quest, I have Grim Dawn, I have Diablo, the Diablo series, basically. One, two, not exactly one, but 2, 3, and somehow 4 are in that list. Not sure about Pillars of Eternity. No, sorry, Path of Exile. Sorry, I'm thinking Path of Exile. What is wrong with my head? I was thinking of the other PoE. Anyway, Path of Exile 1, I haven't tried 2 yet since I don't have the playtest on that one yet. So, but I've been seeing a lot of people playing the, I think the early access version. I'll wait for that. I'll wait for it to fully release before I can do anything. Let's see. What was the other one? Okay, I think I may have mentioned Titan Quest and Grim Dawn. Those were they're both made by the same developer, by the way. So you would notice the point system that they're using is almost the same. Where you have 2 masteries instead of jobs, and the 2 masteries that you're leveling up would actually give you like a really unique job title afterwards. Now, aside from those 2, there's also Last Epoch, which I actually backed. That's another one. That's another ARPG I would gladly play. So, yeah. So those are my choices for ARPGs. Now, other games that would come to mind as well. Let's see. I have yet to play any Elder Scrolls game. I may have seen them, but I haven't actually played them. So I've seen Morrowind. I've seen Skyrim. I think I may have seen someone play Oblivion, but that's a friend of mine. Not personally me. Skyrim, we've been hearing memes about it, so I'm kind of like, on the fence on that game, but yes. And hey, Flightless Bird, hey, welcome to the stream. How are you, my really good penguin? Glad to have you on board. We're now doing Final Fantasy XIV. We're pushing through the story, and right now we are in the snowy mountains of Coerthas. We're not exactly in Ishgard proper yet. Who goes there? Sigurd? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. And that's not a fiend, friend. That is not a fiend, that's a dragon. There we go. Ifrit showed him. Outer Worlds. Okay, that's an interesting idea there, Lacking Superstitions. Outer Worlds. I may have heard of this. But I haven't seen the gameplay yet, so I'll give it a look. And if in case I get a chance, I'll give it a shot. Oh no. Flightless Bird, you know how it is when playing Omori? Get ready for some emotional whiplash on that one. That really gets to all the dark places, but yes. We're gonna get I think we're in a situation where we're trying to do a detective we're trying to play detective right now. Because we need to find the airship, but we got caught in Ishgardian politics. Someone has been accused of heresy. Why does it sound like... Why do those words sound like something you'd hear from, I don't know, Space Marine 2, perhaps? Oh. Hikikomori route. Oh no, that gets even. Ah, boy. Oh boy. That gets really weird. That particular route. I've heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, sir. Bless you. Okay, one night down. One more night to go. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. The last fight in the Basil Rush is... Oh! Oh, okay. Okay, I have a feeling this is gonna go to all weird levels of, I don't know. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Halenard if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did. House Halenard will remember your kindness. Alright, so we managed to save his knights. House Francel. Ah, there he is. So, FF14. Oh, okay. Let's give you a rundown since you just caught up. Right now, I am using a summoner. Of course, I'm a healer, as you can see. Midlander, specifically. We are at level 42. And since I'm using a summoner, I'm also capable of using a scholar since I started with Arcanist. But I'm planning to unlock other jobs. I'm just waiting for the right level and the right moment to unlock them. The job that I actually want, which is Machinist, is locked on the next expansion, which we are slowly chipping our way through as, and you know, the true Chronosecht way, chipping our way through one story at a time. So yeah, but we can't reach those two. We cannot reach that yet. We cannot reach Machinist nor Astrologian just yet. We're working our way there. So there's a high chance we might get the other jobs instead. We might end up getting Red Mage and Samurai in the process once we hit 50. I'm just waiting for that to happen. So yeah, but so far Summoner is fun. And glad that you like Summoner. Apparently the Summoner in Final Fantasy XIV, this current iteration now compared to before, is beginner friendly. It's surprisingly beginner friendly. Because the older version, I think circa ARR to Shadowbringers, is a little more technical. You have to connect dots. You have a pet that's doing attacks. You have to manage your damage over time spells to really get more damage, and then there's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's too much. How does Samurai work? Okay, weirdly enough, Samurai is not a tank job. It is actually a DPS job, a melee DPS job. So, compared to every other DPS job, which is more on attack speed, like they're really fast, a Samurai, surprisingly, has you use combos, and each combo actually opens up a seal. And we're going to see it later once we get there. But it opens up seals, and those seals would actually allow you to unleash a certain attack. Basically an EI jutsu, you know, like a draw sword attack. And that one requires a cast time to pull it off. So if you've played a caster and you want to play melee, Samurai is a good option. And surprisingly enough, the votes that I posted before, I think months back, wanted Samurai to be shown in this playthrough. So we will do that. Though, in the grand scheme of things, I want to unlock all jobs eventually, but we will work our way there. Oh, and let's give you food, Elk. You might forget. Okay, let's talk to Francel again. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halenard that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon, I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even though my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. And I have a feeling something fishy is going on. We have to go back. Okay, so we're gonna push the story as far as possible. So we're gonna go with this whole side trip in Coerthas, and then hopefully we get our third summon. And after that third summon, maybe get closer to the end game. Not exactly closer to the end game, but closer to the last part of this main game. You'll get what I mean, don't worry. Because I kind of forgot where exactly this will go next. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan. But at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guilliam has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we were to obtain this testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. And we're level 43. 7 levels to go before we unlock 2 new classes. And time to follow the evidence. As I see it, the key to providing Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the Draconian Rosary, found in the chest you recovered yourself. If you would, please tell me the incident in question. Alright. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, so he may have some inkling on who could be responsible. Oh, the plot thickens. Who is doing what, I wonder? Let's go. Okay, so in case you're wondering why I'm not using my usual motorbike, aka the Fenrir, we need more Chocobo Elk screen time, so we're using the Chocobo. And Chocobo Elk needs more levels. Oh, speaking of levels, by the way. Not enough for new skills yet. Oh well. There's Rickman. Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a House Highlandart man and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters who were bringing the shipment did though. I know most of them what work the trades routes and I never had cause to question their faith. If it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Could have been the fellas that were responsible for the inspections? Ishgardian knights and inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd even turned their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters... the porters are your most likely suspects. Have to think of it, but maybe you should question them. Hate to think of it. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whiterim Front this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Okay. Yep. So one unlikely thing is that he's saying it's not the porters, it could be the soldiers. But then again, that's too much, and that's very unlikely, so it is the porters. Tough. Because with the way he said it, that kind of seemed more plausible in my head, at least. If it is the porters, though, something's wrong. Rebellion, perhaps. Or chaos, like someone sowing discord. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hylinard shipments? What nerve. If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Check that. Check that. Found a draconian rosary. Yep, someone's planting them in there. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the night that the Whiterim Font concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never allow you to search into my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horsefont, I will not be held accountable for this. Oh. So my suspicion was correct. Or was it? Something's wrong. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries. In every single parcel bound to Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hylinard's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. Praise Haloni that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. And we have to act fast then. From the very first, I knew it could not be so many members of House Hylinard were heretics. At last we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Lord Inquisitor Brigi. Tell her that House Fortomp asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a further investigation has been conducted. And we hurry now. Our boy is gonna get wrecked. Up here. What is it, child? Lord Horsefont would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not impossible. That is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Haloni's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. That's too much. That's just a witch hunt now at that point. That's a witch hunt. That is not a proper trial. That's a witch hunt now. They have taken Lord Francel to witch drop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and watch an innocent man die, Sigurd. I would dispatch you and one of my knights to witch drop. Forestall the proceedings until such time that I am able to join you and petition Sir Guilliam in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting long. Do what you must to keep Lord Francel alive. And that we shall. Yep, we're going there. You know what? Bike time. Might be the same speed, but eh. And here it is. Hail, Sigurd. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. Must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Oh boy, we're gonna fight for innocence here. Oh boy. We're about to surprise someone. They won't expect us. Hakin Charlemagne de Francel de Heilenat stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their dragon forms and be put to the sword. In the name of Osfartomp, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Horshafon. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts have concluded. Lord Horshafont has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. You must hold him until Lord Horshafont arrives, Sigurd, and remember, no harm can be done to the Inquisitor. Well, here we go. Oh, he's tanking. Okay, we're getting this one. Ooh. He's here. In Harshafon's here. Wait, what? What's a wyvern doing here? Let's take care of this guy first. Doing any damage to the wyvern, so we have to focus on the other one instead. Oh no, you don't. Gotcha. And he drops a rosary. What? I knew it. I called it. I called it. Totally called it. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of the House Hylinard. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. Fevered imaginings of a desperate man, what proof do you have of this? By the Fury, a draconian rosary. Then the knight who refused to yield. It was he who summoned the wyvern. Heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Harshaphant. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Vancel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of which brought you to Coerthas. Sigurd, pray locate your errant ship and use it. Lord Harshaphant, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you would have jumped off to your own free will. Bloody hell. I would have done whatever it takes to redeem House Hylinard. Pray Haloni, it didn't come to that. Praise Haloni, it didn't come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Sigurd. Visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Back to base it is. Back to base it is. So, the fight would have gone differently if there was no healer. The fight might have also gone differently if I was using Scholar. Considering that I'll be using defensive barriers against those attacks. Also, one quick thing. Let me check. Okay, here we go. Hall of the Novice offers training exercises for party combat. As your level rises, you will face greater combat challenges with all manner of dangerous enemy attacks. These exercises are designed to arm you with the knowledge you need to survive. Upon completing them, you will receive the Neophyte's Ring, which Okay, so this will come to play later. You just need to level up a little bit more. Back, was lurking, had to make snacks. Hey, good thing. Welcome back, by the way, Funky. Right now, we just saved Lord Francel from a witch hunt. It's basically a trial where it would have ended up badly with him dying and all that, but we stopped that from happening. So my suspicions were correct earlier that it was not the porters. It was a knight. So yeah, it was a nice rescue. The overall story actually started from A Realm Reborn. I think that already ended around Endwalker. Because by the time we reach, by the time that Dawn Trail came out, it was already a new arc. You'll understand more about that once we get to that point. But right now, the plot that is being kicked off at this portion of the game is going to start opening up. This particular portion right now, this specific one, will actually play a huge role on the next expansion after this, which is Heaven's Ward. But yes, I think the story of the game would actually come to a grand finale. I think it kind of did already. But there's like a new arc that opened up, so there's that. But that's like a different story arc at this point. So most likely we might have different opponents. Okay, let's talk to Horsefon real quick. You look well, Sigurd. May I say what a pleasure it is to fight... may I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of Heretic and his wyvern. House Fortomp and House Hylinart shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. Finally, we get to the enterprise. So here we go. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. So the person in question is... I don't know who. Ah, here. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring about as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Coerthas several days ago. Several days before the calamity. Yes. Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and it landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison was almost certainly seized. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horsefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray to your success, friend. Which means we are gonna storm a fort. Oh, so you have at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. Thanks for showing me this. Need to sleep. Oh, you're welcome. And I do hope you have a restful evening. And if in case you want to see the rest of the story, there's a VOD coming up after this. So feel free to watch the rest of it. Alright? Hope you rest well. So good night, flightless bird. See you soon. The Stone Vigil. Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillamont of Whitebrim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest you go request Lord Vancel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well on your journeys, Sigurd. May Halone guide you. Alright, let's get going. And down we go. Let's meet Francel first. You know what? Michael. Oh, there it is. Skyfire locks. Ah, there he is. Wonderful to see you again, Sigurd. Is there anything I could do to repay you? If there's anything I could do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely within the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Helenard. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillamont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. But before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempt to destroy House Helenard have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. This will make things complicated, I think. Now off to Whitebrim Front, because we're gonna drive away there. In a bit, I'll be pausing this for a moment. I'm gonna grab some water, and we are gonna have some refreshments. Oh, our chance to get XP. Here we go. Alright. Ooh, there's more of them. That's sudden onflux though. Ooh, sudden. That was sudden. That was sudden. Oh boy. That's a lot of them. They should be down. There we go. They're down. Ooh. Aha. That looks nice. More XP for our chocobo. And let's see. Did you level up yet? Yep, they did. Chocobeak is up. So that portion over there is the gate to Ishgard, but we're not there yet. We're not gonna go there yet. We're still gonna be in this mountainous region. Ah, here we are. White Brim Front. You desire an audience with Lord Drillamont, do you? Ha! I desire a night with a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. What do we have here? Letters from Lords Hoshafant at Francel, is it? A likely... Oh. You're serious. What to do, what to do. Your timing could not have been worse, traveler. Lord Drillamont's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Alboise. Yes, Sir Alboise can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom for the opposite end of the yard. I have a feeling he's joshing me right now. So, anyway. I don't think it's here. This. It's down here. Oh, let's not forget. Gear repair. Sir Brunadier bade you to speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you he is mistaken. Lord Drillamont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for a head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit your infirmary upstairs and show him your letters? Okay, at least we have a clue. So, from the looks of it, Lord Drillamont does not talk to low ranks, but they might talk to the chirurgeon. Okay. Use that info. And there he is. Astidian. Are you here to visit a patient, sir? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Fotomp and Alphinaud. With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Please. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Ordino. You should know that he should know Lord Drillamont's current whereabouts. Okay. They're giving us the runaround. They're just giving us the runaround now. Okay, before we continue, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to get something to drink, and I'll be joining us again shortly. One moment, please. And we are back. So, I just had to fetch a few things to make sure we're ready. Throat was a little parched earlier, so I had to grab some water. I came back with not just one, but 2 bottles of water. And most likely, I'm going to be grabbing more. Alright. So for those watching, in case you're wondering where we are right now, we went to White Brim Front. We're here to inquire of Lord Lemont. But after a few steps, we had to go around all over the place. And we're now going to talk to Sir Gordonneau. What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you are in luck. Lord Lemont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Durandere as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly, show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Okay, I hope this works well. There he is. Sir Gordonneau permitted your passage. Well, speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, Lord Lemont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Coerthas to slay Garuda, the Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Cid Garlond, who stands before you now. Master Garlond, you're alive! But that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. He's back. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in its guardian history, as House Durandere marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in White Brim Front but these 3 mysterious strangers? Cid Garlond, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and 2 Scions of the 7th Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandere would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment, I nearly believed this mummer's farce. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, until you declare your true intentions as well. That's a headache. It could be moons before House Durandere purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sigurd, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Lemont's trust. Understood? Yeah, this will take a while. This is not looking good. Right? Which means we have to check on someone, but who? Not drill him on, but it might be someone downstairs. Here. The chef. Well, at least the cook wants us to do something. You're the lad responsible for the commotion upstairs? Aye. Word travels fast in the White Brim Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Lemont's mind? If there's one thing I learned about the man in your time here, It is that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks, and he'll sure to take notice. How, you ask? Ah, easy. Serve the poor fools. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. Won't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danifin Pass and take this bottle of vinegar? Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucous glands, drying their skin. Oh. So here it is. We're about to use a key item. This might be a tricky one, but let's see if it works. We're gonna ride. Not there. Let's take the other exit. Here. Mud puppies, huh? That pass. Right, that narrow one. Yeah, that's water. That's not it. Here we go. Danifin Pass. Let's use some vinegar. Okay, there we go. Yep. Rightfully distracted. Emerald goes in. And blast. Oop, it's dead. Okay, we got the thing. Let's get out of here. This is dark and dreary. And depending on our pace with this quest, it's gonna be dark and dreary as well. Let's hope we'll be able to beat this fast, because I remember this particular quest can be really daunting. Or if anything, tedious. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road. This should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, this, voila. Never seen a man cook steak that fast, have you? Take these three and distribute them to the hungry knights here, and also up above. Let's talk to this guy. You there, lad. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. This guy. Yep. Have a steak, brother. Yes. Yes. I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I had the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Lazy bastard. Anyway, how about you? We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this godforsaken waste. Well, how's the steak then? Is that a fresh-cooked steak? Haloni's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had seen in a fortnight. Yeah, they're hungry, alright. Well, I guess I'll serve him well. That's protein, bro. Protein. And let's see what you have. Ever must be trained to our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. How's this then? You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Well, at least now you do. Here's our... here. Our chef. Me? It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? But I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking the steak to Senota? She is doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Yes, the good old worries of medical practitioners. Whether you're in front of the patient, whether you're patient-facing or not. And I say this by experience. Because of being so busy with your procedures, you might forget to eat. And you might end up not taking your break in the process. So everyone else is working, or if you're studying, or if you're listening to this particular stream, if you're watching this right now, please don't forget to eat, don't forget your sustenance, don't forget to drink water. Remember to hydrate. Even the chef from White Room Front is also telling you to not neglect your sustenance. So, go. I beg your pardon, sir, but I'm busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. We will attend to you. You need food. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh, my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Yay, food. So which one? Let's take night's bread. This is going to be useful later. Oh, what does Cid have in mind right now? Might I have a word with you, Sigurd? It concerns the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lacked sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of the broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites, though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemic mixtures. There is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. So a thing about they mentioned here, I think the alembics are what you use as an alchemist, and the alchemist is one of the disciple of the hand jobs that you can use. Basically, it's a crafter job. We might see more of this in case we take up the alchemist job. And if in case you're wondering if I should do crafter jobs, I plan to, but I might leave the decision to you folks if you want to see it in action. Maybe after the main story quest, I guess. We could do that. Okay, good. Good job for Sir Elk the Chocobo. Two. Go for it, Nugget. Chicken Nugget. Yeah, that's Golem, right? That's not Golem, that's Titan. But he looks like a chicken nugget. And that's the one. 3 down. Now, speaking of which, I'm looking forward to how the main book for the Final Fantasy XIV tabletop RPG is gonna do the Summoner and the Scholar. Like how they're gonna work. I wonder how their skill set is gonna be like. Right, let's go in. Going up. Oh, and in case you're wondering if you're still hearing noise in the background, that's most likely my folks here. They are still wrapping gifts. Getting them ready for, you know, Christmas. Getting them ready for the holidays. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. What an amazing device. But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure of what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as it claims, it would be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Where thee the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Ah, this guy. I'm beginning to hate this Inquisitor. Their earnest efforts are but a means to as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questionings of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. You almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Yep. We're not the only one thinking that, friend. Not the only one. Before we can persuade Lord Drelamont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Gilliam that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphinaud in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. And considering Alphinaud being the pompous lad that he is, we might get something. First off, Inquisitor Gilliam? I haven't the foggiest idea whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we've learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Alright then. Okay, storage area. Oh, this is a warehouse. Never mind. So, that here. Okay, got one here. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Huh. Interesting. He doesn't stop. What about you, sir? What do you say? Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, of course, I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the halls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point where I caught sight of a silhouette, illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I've tried to rescue him, but in the end Sir Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, sir, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Okay, someone indebted to the Inquisitor, so I don't think that's going to be helpful. That's a lead somehow. What about the chef? The Holy See has decreed the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Alphinaud's will. You are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Well, that's what we know of as well. Someone inviting... Okay. Free company invite. Details. Nope. Sorry. I'm gonna say no to that. Plan to run this solo for now. So if in case you're sending an invite right away, I won't answer for now because I plan to play this on my own. I will do the invite. I will deal with invites way later in time. And if anything, I would be the one opening the FC myself. Now, how does invitations work? So usually you could send invitations if you're part of a free company. Sometimes folks would you can send once you hit a certain rank. I think on a free company you can send invitations. You can also start your own free company. By the way, free companies are guilds, the game's version of guilds. But in other cases, some free companies may be a hit or miss for some people. So deal with those in caution. But at the same time, if there are really friendly ones that you can vibe with, go ahead, accept it. It's gonna open up with more friendships and connections. But for me, I won't do that yet. Not yet. I'm planning to keep this guy clear of that for now. But you also get notifications for like party invites also, and I think there's also invites for link shells and such. I kind of forgot. It's been a while. But the one I'm familiar with is like when you're inviting someone to a party, that's possible. You would also receive a notification as well that you are being invited to a party. So that's also a Thunderbird. Anyway, let's continue. Of course you would shiver, Alphinaud. You're not equipped for the cold. You don't have enough layers, boy. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is... See? Called it. This is what you get for not getting enough clothes, boy. My attire is ill-suited to this climate. I knew it. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we have wasted far too much time meddling with local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Cid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons to hinder us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Sigurd. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Gilliam's motivations. Okay. I think that would explain why he was standing near the fire. So that's actually a fireplace right there. That's a big pyre right there. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we arrived in White Brim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Joliot is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps would shed light on this mystery. Something's fishy. It is really fishy. Time to unmask that, don't you think? Let's do this. Oh, that's a path going down. Okay, that's a chasm, all right. Here we go. Okay, there's a dragon here. Snowbound. You know what this means. Hi, Sir Sigurd. How is everything going? Hey, little Mooglet girl. Welcome to the stream. Things been going. In case you were hearing some noise in the background, there's like some folks here in the house who are wrapping gifts after a good holiday gift shopping. We did some quick Christmas shopping last time before heading here, so we spent the whole afternoon, almost evening, doing some gift hunting and all that. So you might hear some noise of boxes and some wrappers being wrapped and all that such. So just to let you know. And previously, in case you may have missed it, we are now in Coerthas. We just helped in clearing out House Highlandart's accusations of being called a heretic. Accusations of heresy, which are interesting. Amusingly enough, it was actually proven false. We managed to at least clear out that portion. But now that we're here in White Brim Front, said the Inquisitor who was presiding on that matter is holding us back again. And now we're trying to find out what is causing the problem. Oh, great. Here we go again. Let's end this one rightly. There we go. Ended as it should have. What's in the... Oh no. That's what's under the snow mound all along. The actual Inquisitor. Yep, we have an imposter. We have an imposter. Well now. Time to do something about that imposter. Question is, how do we get back up? Ah. Here it is. And we're back. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you've just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guilliam. Newly come from Coerthas and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. And how do you suppose we do that? Since Lord Drillamon has already turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim... Yes, mayhap that is the only way for us. Confront Sir Joliot with the evidence you've discovered and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. And secure it we shall. Come on. He's up here, I think. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you want to ask? The Inquisitor is an impostor? Don't be preposterous. That could not be possibly true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go speak with Sir Pernilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here, but I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Ah. The plot thickens. There is an accomplice. You. I do not believe I know you, sir. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it, not at all. Ah, yes. Here we go. Time to use an emote. So for this, you have to type... Oh no, I want to see it to a party. First thing you do here, if in case you're playing this, set your chat to say. It's interesting that they actually included this. And do an emote, /out in this case. Though I think you only need to just use /out regardless of what chat you're using. Oh, hi May. Welcome to the stream. Well, we are in Coerthas. This is the part where we're trying to gain access to the Stone Vigil. So after this, if in case we get this right, we might be able to get back Cid's airship. And we just met Horshafont, by the way, which is the man in, or let's say the Elysian Knight in Camp Dragonhead. I think you would know of this. You might know of that man. Now we doubt. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Joliot gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Joliot and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When I at last agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together, we carried Sir Joliot to the infirmary, until on his first night in White Room Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Gillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden some southeast of White Brim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. There's our culprit. As I had hoped, they were discovered and is considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hylinart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Haloni, forgive me for not acting sooner. Take advantage of new technology that... Yep. Do you think they'd make another FFMO or MMORPG in 10 years or so? Like, take advantage of new... I think they will. If in case FF14 doesn't eventually, like, dies out or something, they might try. On the other hand, they might do the same route as FF11, wherein they still kept it going. And whatever FF is going to be the next MMORPG is going to have its own run. Speaking of which... I think there is an FF14 MMO, which is going to be mobile. There's going to be a mobile version of Final Fantasy XIV, but they're actually starting from A Realm Reborn. I think they're already started running this in China. But so far, from what I hear, there's going to be no... it's not going to be gacha. And I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to do pay to win either on that setup. I think they're only gonna do glams and stuff for their monetization profile. The reason why they're doing mobile, I think they wanted to go for mobile. There were actually originally there were plans for Final Fantasy XI on mobile, and that didn't push through. But seeing that Final Fantasy XIV is actually pulling this off and it's actually happening, I think they found a way. And it's going to be in Asia. I have a feeling it's going to be in Asia. However, when I saw the gameplay video, gameplay footage, the effects feel a little different. It's a little toned down. which is nice because it's mobile. The controls, however, I don't know what to do with it. They could try, but I have a feeling it's gonna feel different, and I think it's gonna interact differently, and I am not sure how it's gonna play out. Like, how are they gonna play out with the trials, the fights, the dungeons? Well, the whole experience is interesting, though. It seems cool, but at the same time, it's like, how are you gonna pull that off, though? And I'm hoping that it doesn't like burn up your your phone at that state, because it looks good, but at the same time it's like, how are you gonna do that? So I'm a little bit skeptical on this one, if it's gonna work well, but at the same time it might work for the market that it's going for. I think they're going for Asia for this one, the ones who cannot access FF14 normally. And yeah, I agree. It's gonna be tricky being a tank or healer in mobile, because it's gonna take a lot of control. You're gonna have to figure out how to do your controls. But if you're used to it, maybe fine, sure. But high chance you're gonna have a fun time for DPS. As for like the layout, I think I have to like link that video. It's floating actually in YouTube. You have to find it out. It's actually out there. Anyway, now that we interrogated Prunilla and we managed to somehow get the confession, I think it's time to go southeast. Hold up. We are about to exit. Let's use our bike. Let's ride. Sorry for the awkward camera. I'm trying to make sure it's working well. Ah, there it is. Another snow mount. Ah, there it is. Suspicious box. Now, where is Drillamon? Well, if they made it work for Genshin and the others, it would work for FF14. Yeah, it might work. Though, now that you mentioned it lacking superstitions, I think how they're gonna do this. I think what might happen is there's gonna be like a, like a Steam version, PC version, like how, what was that game again? Diablo Immortal happened. That might happen. Wherein, aside from having because the other thing I'm worried about is how it's gonna play, because that's also what's happening what happened before with Mega Man X Dive, which is that's another team that's not exactly Capcom. I think it's Capcom Taiwan already at that point that tried to run that game. But FF14, in this case, this was not the way that's done. Is that it is not Square Enix passing it to the company that's going to be the developers who will be running the mobile version. It's the mobile version folks who actually asked for the licensing rights. That's how it went, judging from the interview. So, considering that this piqued Yoshi P's interest, though, okay, I want to see how this goes. But seeing this, I think they're gonna try to catch up with the main story of F14, considering how far we have gone, and that's like 10 years worth or more of storyline. Yeah, the licensing thing would be a fun thing to think about. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. Then how do you say... What would you say about this then? There had to be a very good reason why you were carrying these rosaries, and where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Sigurd. For that, I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights find this infernal impostor and bring him to justice. And I need my shoes. Give me a moment. Oh, we got Surecast. Which is right. No, you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be up here. Here. As you can see, you're starting to notice some actions being placed now. How it's filling out the hotbar. First things first, though. New equipment. Oh, wait. Before we do it... Oh, yeah, we can't... Crap. We're not in town. Shoot. We're gonna be stuck with ugly boots then. This is gonna be rough. Oh, well. Let's push. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he's made for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Sigurd. Together we will put an end to this imposter's heresy once and for all. Would maybe play FF14 mobile on crafting my stuff, but not on Dungeons and Trials. That's a fair note, because the crafting. Oh boy, the crafting. I think you should add the gathering portion on that, May. You should add the gathering portion. Because when you think about it, that's like the side quest, like the side quest feeling portion of the game. The crafting and gathering, but it is also essential in powering up your characters. So yeah, I think it works nice to play that relaxing aspect of the game. Though I don't think you would call pentamelding 5 materia in one particular item and hearing a lot of failures, like you hear materia breaking in the process. I don't think that's relaxing at all. Good luck to your guild. You just mainly craft. I buy materials too lazy to fish. Oh, I see now. I know another player who actually went the Omni Crafter route, as in they started doing both Crafter and Gatherer at the same time after beating the main quest. So they've been doing that a lot. So it was a rather interesting thing that they actually built. So basically, when they tried to play the game first during the free trial, they tried to unlock the crafters and crafter and gatherer jobs until reaching level 60, which at the time was the free trial level cap, before we have the level 70 cap that's existing now. They only maxed out Summoner, Monk, Dark Knight, Scholar. Well, actually, they didn't do Summoner. They do Scholar, not Summoner. And Dragoon. That's the only thing they focused on. And I think Bard as well. So they only focused on that. And then on the Crafters and Gatherers, they went for everything. And I mean everything. So upon unlocking the full game, they decided to just like, okay, I'll just focus on pushing more on the Crafters and Gatherers. And when I checked their logs and their profile, the whole thing's maxed. The Crafters and Gatherers side are maxed. And they've been crafting their own gear instead of getting the tombstone gear. They just crafted their own gear and put it and made sure it's like up there. And that's also the same person responsible for giving me glamour items. Like, oh, that was an interesting time. Oof. And there was like there was a three of us that time. So one of us went for the crafter and gatherer route. The other one, I think you remember, Mire. I think they went for the glamour endgame. As in they only focused on glamour for the endgame. Me, I just went for MSQ. That's about it. I wasn't that of an Andy to go for like the harder ones, like the trials, like to go extreme or savage. I did go for the alliance raid, but I'm not gonna go for like the high end stuff, like especially ultimates. No. I'm not there yet. Anyway, here we go. Let's get freaking. Okay, you're dying. You're dying, you croc. You're dying. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drillamont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. My tongue. Ha! Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drillamont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to grow quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? Yep. Duty time. Solo duty time. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Haloni's halls. Only the wicked... But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you, I have never questioned the teachings of Haloni. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gilliam and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. Unforgiven by the great God Emperor Kick. Wait, wrong lord! That was funny. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian claw and fang. Okay, here we go. Alright, you suspicious looking dude. And how dare you use a tome? And he summoned some reinforcements. Okay, we're taking him out. Let's go. Okay, time to blast this thing before it does anything else. Now, okay, good. Too far. Oh, there's another one? Oh, no, you don't. Time to blast you first. Let me guess, he's gonna transform? Yeah, there he is. I figured he'd get there. Almost there. We're getting him. Uh-oh, that is too close. Okay, we got him. On. Blasted with this last one. And there we go. Okay, there it is. We got the dragon. Hey, Raspberry Stork, welcome to the screen. Welcome to the stream. And yes, dragon. And yep, that was Glamour's boy. We can see you. We can see past you. The Glamour's ruined. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, or they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within Stone Vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, White Brim Front shall fall. Thanks for the congratulations, everyone. We just knocked out that dragon. No, that was an illusion, I think. But yeah, we knocked the imposter, so no more sus movements for that one. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Sigurd, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray, visit me at White Brim Front and bring your associates. Oh yeah, by the way, for those who are watching right now, how do you like his glasses? I changed it up from the usual. And oh my lord, why are these here? Bloody crocs, leave me alone. Oh great, they're still at it. Stop. Okay, better. Now, we'll bike our way back. So yeah, like I said, how do you like his glasses? Is it better? Or do you prefer the old looking Harry Potter glasses? here we go. Back to White Rim Front. Oh, the current ones look cool. Nice. Thank you. So yeah, this is what he's using right now. Oh, sorry. There. They are the, I forgot the name of these ones. I think they're rimless. Let me check the name of the glamour. Not the hat. There we go. Elegant rimless glasses. Although I had to go for, I had to get these from the market board. And it cost me like a 5, it's kind of 5, it's more on the 5-digit count. So kind of slashed my guild reserves earlier. Style, yeah, he looks underdressed for the weather. I agree. I've been saying this actually since the beginning of the stream. He looks underdressed for the weather. Even Alphinaud is commenting that he himself is underdressed for the weather. I mean, look at this guy. That's why he's staying in front of the fire. He's so he's freezing cold. Yeah, so Alphinaud and Sigurd both are underdressed. Then again, what do we say of Cid, you know? But Cid's from Garlemald, so I think he's used to it. But that may just be me saying, just giving him an excuse. Where have you been, Sigurd? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Well, yes. His was a tale always likely to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. I swear, this pompous kid. Alphinaud is eager to enter the stone vigil. Well, he definitely is eager, alright. I think we have to do it before we end the stream. We have to go to that dungeon once, and hopefully we can do something about it. As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the stone vigil. Pay Lord Drillamont a visit, and remind him of his obligation to us. Cid and I will follow anon. Okay, so I think it's about time we push the story further. Get to that freaking airship. And beat up another primal. Hopefully things go well. Ah, there he is. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand it seemed too much to hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived. To say nothing of Master Garlond. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin? Yes. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship has been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say. Nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Coerthas, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back into the wall, behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how will it change? Forgive me, Lord Lamont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without discarding aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalane of your impending visit. May Haloni guide you, Scions. And we are gonna push. Although we have to do something about the shoes. Oh well. We'll just go with this. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll unlock the dungeon, go back to Dragonhead, run the thing, and then... No, sorry. It's more like, let me fix that order real quick. So we're going to unlock Stone Vigil, go back to Dragonhead, fix the glam, and then we queue. I think that's a better order of operations there. Ride our bike. Get our way there. And what would you rather see? A scholar or a summoner in this combat? Hail, Sigurd. Lord Drillamont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. Okay, I see summoner. Looks like we will do that. Summoner it is. But first, Dragonhead. Definitely summoner. Okay, we're gonna go summoner then. We'll give them the fury of these lovely Eggy and Carbies. There we go. That's more like it. So that said, it's time to queue. Duty support. So we cannot enter these two yet, since they are still being updated. So we can't do these yet. But we can do Stone Vigil. So summoner, summoner, everybody also saying summoner. We're going summoner. Let's do it. Ooh, dragon jump scare. Oof. Okay, folks, let's get to it. Okay, let's try to blast them out. How many are hitting? I need to get a visual. Light and go. Dun. Okay, what you're hearing right now is the main battle theme for Final Fantasy XIV. There's like different variations though, since only in the main game can you hear this particular theme. Oh no, we haven't hit anything. Ah, dragon! Ashky dragon. Yeah, it's kind of like FF12. So the catch about this is like the most likely thing you'll hear in combat when you're going in duties are mostly the BGMs of the respective dungeons, which happens a lot now in, I think, starting Heavensward onwards, I guess. I know it happens at a certain point after the main story, at least after the base game, that is. But the bit about the in-game the battle theme itself, like the actual battle theme, only comes out if you're in the dungeon, and there's also a different battle theme when you're on the overworld map, which is what you usually hear when I do like fight monsters normally, and it tends to change based on a location. So yeah, there's that. Fit. Bam. Nice. We got him. So, funny thing, if in case you're running this with a random team, or if you're like a team of friends, especially those who are actually experienced, tanks would actually pull from one end of the wall to the other end of the wall. Like, they'll actually pull a whole massive horde of enemies. And if you're a newbie healer, oh boy, that is stressful as hell. The funny thing is, if you're playing a mage, the tendency is you're going to end up running without casting anything. And the only time you'll be able to cast anything is if the tank managed to pull a good sizable horde of enemies, and you go from there. And the most notorious in terms of that particular situation is if you're playing Black Mage. Just let me know if in case you want to see Black Mage in action at some point. And we'll try to unlock that job and you'll understand what I mean. There we go. Just in time for the boss. Our gems are ready. Go. Let the nugget pull. Beware the wrath of the chicken nugget. Now some hot wings. From the line of fire for that move. That can really ruin your day. Oh boy, this thing. Oof. I don't want to be the one chasing this thing. Oh boy. This will eventually fall. lot of XP. Nice. Ooh, monk weapons. Right. Since we are not in an actual party, we can actually just, you know, explore the whole place. Oh, nice. Got a heal. No? Ooh. Okay, let's... No, we can't do it yet. Those boots are not meant for us. Ah, sad. Okay, let's blast them up. Bam. Spike. Nice. Oh, got him. Boom. Oh boy, I can feel the drowsiness already. So I think once we finish this particular portion of the game, if in case we unlock if in case it ends up with a trial after this, because I have a feeling it might, I think we should do also the trial as well, and then just push with the story, or I don't know. Stop somewhere. What do you think? Like, should we stop somewhere and then end up continuing this leg of the story on the next stream, or push as far as you can, just like planned? Because I have a feeling there's going to be a long bit that's going to happen next. Okay. Ooh, nice. Let's get the coffer real quick. I think this guy we're gonna need this. Embraces. Huh? Nope. Not the same type we need. At it. Oh boy, these dragons, these monsters. Oh, finally an actual dragon. Wyvern? Drake? No. Drake is actually wingless. It's most likely a wyvern. Ah, that hurts. That did not go well. Oh, that's better. Okay, he's gonna go down. Oh, not yet. Nope, no repeats on that one. Ooh, winds! This dragon, sheesh. Alright, this is gonna take a bit. Nope. Woo. Looks like I'm really feeling the limit already. Oh boy. Just drink some water here while waiting. And there's more. Oh boy. And he's down. Nice. Hopefully we have no more fires to worry about. That's us. Say it. Okay, one sec. Just rub my eyes. Need better visibility here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're down. He's telling me there'll be no more. Okay, on the bright side we have chests. So, this means more loot. More loot. Red pants though. I bet everybody's hearing it's as if he's wearing nothing at all. If you get that reference, kudos to you. It's like wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nice. Okay, there's more. Okay, here we go. I think we're now in for the boss fight. But considering this is the new bit, this might be long. Look, it's the Enterprise. Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. Dragon is not our concern. We have come for the airship and only the airship. Cid, you will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare for its lunch. Sigurd, you will stay here and keep an eye on the beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can you? That settles it then. Shall we? Cid. As you command. Oh no. The dragon. It's a big dragon. Ah, this bastard. So, you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. You are aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests, a testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor to believe that you will be the best, at this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is incapable of defeating the Lady of Vortex, or if any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle, assuming, of course, you live that long. Oh, did he just... Oh no, he did. Alphinaud, the dragon! Confound it all. And La Habrea strikes again. Let us see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Bearer. Okay, we now have a dragon fight. Cool. Fighting Icebind. Alright, let's see if this one's working. Oh no, you don't. Ah, got away. Blast him one more time. Perfect. Okay, here goes another one. Oops. Oh, no, 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 no. Not today. And there's always another dragon. Oh, wait, same dragon. Ow. Kaboom. Come on. Alright, here we go. Oh boy, it's a surprise. Oof. We'll blast him up. Should have barried up on that one. Thankfully, we have a healer. Oh, there's another one? No, 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 no. He's gonna drop in 3, 2, 1. Oh Boy, that raid wide's gonna hurt. And there we go. Finishing him off. Just by sheer cheap damage. Oh, yes. And we can accept the job quest too. Though I think we can just save that for a different thing instead. And there we go. It's finally done. That airship mission. Now that we got the Enterprise back, I wonder what's going to happen now. Though considering it was La Habrea's fault in the first place. These Asians. Oh, another crystal. Okay, here we go. And yes, one more crystal. I'm thinking that might be the 6th already. Sigurd, are you alright? Speak to me. Huh? Oh. So be praised. I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of an etheric bubble with a dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Cid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say. Oh, it's fixing the airship. What say you, Cid? Will she fly? Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it would be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye. It is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. So we are... Hey! Yo, Solaire, welcome to the stream. Although you kinda missed a good bit, we are chugging through with FF14 right now. This time, we got our airship back. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. I could just... It's no use. Let's go. And it flies. Our ship flies. Here we are. How I have longed for a more agreeable climate in the Twelveswood. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Guardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Ah, yes indeed, no rest. Though, from the sound of it, I think we will have to continue the next portion of this game. Let me just fix the glamour real quick. There we go. Well, we've pushed far, but I think this is time for me to rest. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did finish FF2 last stream. You can check the VOD from last week's stream to find out what exactly happened. But yes, we managed to beat the game. Which is why we're playing FF14 now. However, I will not hop on right away to FF3. I think I might have to stream a few more FF14 games before... We'll have to do a few more FF14 streams before we hop on to FF3. So high chance next stream, which is possibly next week, I'm going to be doing more FF14. Maybe we might see it as the start of a new year where we start FF3. So, just to give you a heads up. And for now, however, if in case you missed the rest of the stream, you're going to catch the VOD, especially for those who missed the stream today. Don't worry, there's going to be a VOD, and I think you might be watching this now if you're one of the VOD viewers right now. So anyway, it's time for sleep. Yes, apparently both of us are going to be sleeping for a bit. Everybody else, I think everybody has their tasks ahead of them. So we'll see you again on the next stream. We'll be picking up here, in this exact area. We're going to go check with Cid and see what we could do as the Warrior of Light, or so they call us. And I think we have some errands to do as well in-game. But anyways, it's time to end the stream here. I'm going to go to the credits real soon. But yeah, look forward to the next stream. We're going to be continuing more FF14 after this. I'll see you next week. It's going to be going out stream again next weekend. So, for all of you, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. I'll see you again on another adventure. Please take care of yourselves. And may you walk in the light of the crystal. Sigurd Chronosecht here, signing off. It's time to go. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day.